Man, I look particularly like a vagrant today, don't I? Oh well, so fairly recently, somebody over on my Tumblr asked me to define my political position, more or less. And, I was very short with them. And I do not apologize for that, because they were pretty aggressive in the way they phrased their ask. But it's been weighing on me ever since then. And so I figured I might as well just frickin' do it. And I might as well just do it for all of y'all. Because I've already been losing more subscribers than I've been gaining lately. I might as well just make it official and kill my channel dead. That said, my political position is vote Bernie. At least it is right now. It could change in the future. And obviously there's more nuance to it than that. But I'm turning this into a vote Bernie video. It is sickening to watch how the news has been covering the campaign of Bernie Sanders, leaving his name off of polling graphics, claiming that polls which favor him are somehow less legitimate than polls which favor other candidates. It's absolutely disgusting. A blatant attempt to silence a man whose only crime is that he doesn't want those news companies' corporate masters to have quite so many billions of dollars, quite so many units of money that they couldn't possibly hope to spend within their lifetime. That he wants things like healthcare and education to be free, and that he plans to, among other things, defund our vastly overfunded war machine that is the US military in order to funnel some of those funds into making free healthcare and education a reality. You know, education and healthcare, two of the things that are necessary for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Like, seriously, who in their right mind, after sitting down and thinking about it for more than 5 minutes, could convince themselves that hospitals and schools should be run like businesses? That's absolute bullshit. And just because he wants to raise taxes on the super rich, not like the regular rich, not like the even richer than those guys rich, but the ones who are known as the 1%, because they make up 1% of all of us. Yes, that's right, Bernie Sanders wants to increase the tax rates on their companies to something more resembling what they were in the 1950s. A time of unprecedented economic boom for our country, interesting enough. You know, that period of time that all the particularly sexist and racist corporatists want us to return to, except in this one way, I guess. And I know what a lot of you guys are going to say, that those guys hired a lot of workers and then underpaid them so that they could steal most of the value of those workers' time for themselves, which is a good thing somehow, and something that they had the right to do. But even if you believe that the capitalist system as it exists is 100% fair and or necessary, and or you just don't give a shit, you like it, you have to admit that numbers don't lie, and the numbers say that if the 1% keep gaining money as quickly as they are, eventually there's not going to be enough money for the rest of us. That the economy below the uber economy that 1% uses to buy and trade worthless shit will effectively cease to exist, because there will be no money funneling back into it to stimulate it. And no, philanthropic ventures don't count, because the companies just write those off. They don't actually lose anything. And I've run into some people who ask, but why would the corporate leaders want that? Why would the 1% want the economy that everybody else deals in to collapse? Don't they need people spending money to make money? And to that I say, are you dumb? They won't need to make money anymore. They'll have all of it. And the rest of us will be dependent on them. The people who own everything will be serfs again. That's the problem. That's why wealth needs to be redistributed. That's why corporate tax rates should probably be even significantly higher than they were back in the 50s for some people and or companies. Because people and or companies at that level of wealth have way more money than they used to, proportionally. That's the kind of stuff that Bernie Sanders wants to do. Common sense stuff. Stuff that makes sense, but stuff that will slightly impact the bottom lines of the already wealthiest people in our country. And they can't have that. And they just happen to own pretty much everything already. And so they try to put a stop to people hearing his message. So I am lending my voice to the chorus of other voices crying out that you should vote Bernie because he just makes sense. Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but Bernie Sanders, Bernie, is actually short for Bernese Mountain Dog. And I've joked before that I would elect one of my dogs as president over most of the candidates running. But Bernie already knows what he's doing, so I might as well just elect him instead.
Oh, I agree.
No, but in all seriousness, though, and trying to bring my anger level down a little bit, even looking past his policies, even looking past the promises that he has made regarding what he will do if he's elected, the specific right-of-way kinds of things that he'll do, the more I learn about Bernie Sanders as a person, the more he seems that, personally, as a person, he's the kind of guy I wish that I was. Did you know he saved a woman from being hit by a car a while back? That happened. That literally actually happened. At his age, when he has so much to lose, he still took a risk like that for another person. How freaking admirable is that, man? But, honestly, if it comes down to it, I'm going to vote blue either way, because the alternative is Donald Trump, a person who, regardless of whether or not you think that his, personality flaws should impact whether or not he's allowed to have the job or not, admitted to withholding funds from Ukraine, has repeatedly made use of his office to not only boost his own companies, but to boost the financial ventures of his friends, which is very illegal, and whose administration has been keeping lawful asylum seekers in camps, which are concentration camps in everything but name. An act which Trump himself has allowed and applauded. He's the worst kind of politician. He's not even good at his job. I'm not going to say that he's a bad person as if that disqualifies him, because again, I'm trying to avoid that. He is, though. But the fact of the matter is, he's a really bad president. 4 more years of him would be even more devastating than these last 4 have been. Let's put it that way and leave it at that. So if we're talking about my political position, it's vote blue, vote bluer than blue if you can, Bernie being the only candidate who really fits that category. I don't know what else to say. I just think it's the right thing to do. There's a reason why the word progressive is used for progressive modes of thought, because they progress us forward. Something that clearly our founding fathers wanted to happen, since they built means of progression directly into the foundation of our country. That's why judges can make rulings which set precedent, and we can amend our constitution, etc., etc. I just can't understand how someone can look at the word progress and be like, ew, no, I don't want any of that. And there are so many more things I could get into, so many more nuances, so many more injustices that I could bring up, that I could go on and on about for a very long time. But I'm not even going to, because I think I've made my point already. Just with cold facts. The fact of the matter is, large corporations and the people beneath them, who can be paid to feel such a way at least, are afraid of Bernie because of the positive change that he threatens to bring. Positive for everyone else. Barely negative, but still negative for them. And with so many people suffering because they don't have enough money when they should have enough money, we are the richest country in the world. I think that when those super rich bigwigs start to feel scared, that's a good thing. Risking possibly literal Armageddon. What are your guys' opinions on all of this stuff? Please try to remain civil in the comment section down below, because I will delete your comment and block you. I don't play around when it comes to politics. Be nice, and it doesn't matter what you say, but if you treat people like shit, I'm gonna kick you. It's as simple as that. Either way, though, this has been AJ22, and I will talk to you guys later, maybe, if this doesn't kill my channel.